Hey Moto Academy fam, this is the Big BP. I had a question for AJ. Back when you raced Red Bull Straight Rhythm and you did an awesome Superman and you recovered it, what went through your mind when that happened? And if we find ourselves in a similar situation, how can we do the same to recover like that? Is there anything that we can do to prepare for that? Or is it just something that you have to react to? Thanks.
Great question. Real big BP. So that's tricky because when you are in a panic situation, you instantly are in fight or flight mode, which means that when you're in fight or flight mode, quite literally, you end up in your subconscious program. So whatever you have downloaded over time as your habits or things you've learned on the bike, you are not going to be able to make conscious decisions through that process. It happens too quick. Your heart rate spikes, your adrenaline spikes. You are instantly in fight or flight mode. So your body is just going to execute your learned behavior. The best way to save yourself in a dangerous situation like that is to just acquire as much bike skill as you possibly can ahead of time leading up to that. I will say in my short time experiencing hard enduro stuff over the last 8 weeks, I feel like that's a really cool benefit of that because you constantly find yourself in weird situations where you're having to like correct certain things and let the bike go, or normally like it'd kind of be a bit more under you, or all of a sudden you're rolling backwards down a hill and you got to figure out how to do that. So you acquire a lot of little bike skill that in a moment, in an oh crap moment, you can put the pieces together. When the Pastrana Straight Rhythm thing happened, and Grant, if you want to play the clip as I'm talking about this, I have a video breaking it down on YouTube. Grant, if you want to link that video, you can, explaining the whole way through the process. But there was very much a process. My feet flew off. As soon as my feet flew off, I thought, don't let go of the bike, because that would have been a lot of people's natural instinct in that circumstance because my feet went so high up. But I knew based on how high they went that I could still keep holding on to the bike, and that would be the best option. The next thought I had was spread your legs as wide as you can, because I just know that from experience, I've Superman before and I've come back down and ended up on one side of the bike. That's no good either. So I wanted to make sure I came down straddling the bike. I won't walk you through the whole process. I do that in that other video that you guys can click onto. But it was very much an instinctual process that I went through. But you can't call it instinctual because it was all downloaded prior to that. Those were hundreds, if not thousands, of accumulated experiences that I was able to pull from very quickly subconsciously and fix the problem. So that's why we practice, right? It's amazing when I watch that back because you can see how many things I did so quickly, but that only comes with the experience of having kind of each of those circumstances or bits of those circumstances happen at one point in the past. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, go download them. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I think that's it. Go download them there, give them a listen. If you want to watch full episodes, which I tell you what, it's even better to do that, go to club.themotoacademy.com because Moto Academy subscribers inside of the app have exclusive access to watch the entire episodes. And not only that, the subscribers actually can send in their questions to be answered on the podcast as well. Club.themotoacademy.com. Go subscribe.